Bundesting! Bundesting!
First of all, this is a completely fake poster. Stop falling for this, guys. There's so many shares on this thing. What the hell? I'm just saying, I know my audience is smart enough, but there's a lot of bozos out there that have been sharing this. Absolutely fake, but what you can do is keep up with all of Staunch TV's Tales from the Crypt reviews, including a watch-along I did last year for one of my, let's say, better liked episodes. So, let's get to it. This episode starts out with the Keeper in college, sort of, as we see him cramming for finals, so to speak. Let's see what happens to this sad sack later. Let's get to it, guys. One of my favorite episodes, Creep Course. And right off the bat, we get a real-life creep in, the pre-oopsie Jeffrey Jones casting here. Here, he plays a pretty convincing college professor, Mr. Finley. And guess who's one of the students? Johnny B. Good himself, Anthony Michael Hall as Reggie Skolnick. Now that's a name. And here he's totally ignoring the rambling about tombs and pharaohs and sacrifices, stuff he should probably be paying some attention to. Unlike the, let's say, bookwormy, typical smart girl Stella Bishop, played by an at her peak, Nina Samiesco, I think that's how it's pronounced. Jesus, she is gorgeous here. Reggie Skolnick, of course, being, the big football star, well, he needs to pass this course, so he throws some charm at the nerdy Stella. He sets up a study date, as these guys tend to do in the 90s, and then he reveals he has other motives.
Now, Finley keeps a collection of old Egyptian stuff at his house. You could make an appointment to go over there, have a look at this junk, for extra credit or something. He'd go for it in a second. You could do it tomorrow night.
Why would I want to do that?
Because when you have him distracted, I'm going to go in there and make a copy of the midterm.
And damn, Stella, she has a total, she's all that energy, if you will. How is this not an attractive woman? Insane. Also, Anthony Michael Hall rules. So, of course, Stella got Freddie Prinz and is all in with Skolnick's sketchy plan. So they just go over to the professor's house, and while he's distracted by Stella...
Well, I don't think so.
Oh, nonsense. It's the best part.
Anthony Michael Hall, I'm assuming, got Edward Scissorhands to unlock the front door, and he just walks right in. This poor girl, man, not only was she duped by Skolnick, but even Jeffrey Jones has other ideas.
What's the matter with you? Can't you do anything right?
But surprise, surprise, they were both in on the plan the entire time, and they basically were trying to capture Stella. God, I love Tales from the Crypt. And this is actually pretty badass, as Jeffrey Jones uses an ancient horn to awaken a goddamn mummy, and Stella is being used as a virgin sacrifice. And this mummy is creepy as hell, man. Plenty of nightmares as a kid. Another thing this episode does is hit you with little twists and turns that you just don't see coming, more so kind of in a smarter way. Here, Stella basically talks her way out of being killed by a mummy simply by, always being a nerd and knowing just what obscure Egyptology references to say. And she basically tricks the mummy into thinking that she is his, old lover, this old princess. Meanwhile, upstairs, Dr. Finley explains to Skolnick why he isn't allowed within 100 feet of any public school.
Sick. You are very sick.
You look like a malt liquor man to me, Skolnick, but try this anyway.
No, don't drink that. Ah, shit. Never drink anything Jeffrey Jones gives you. Come on. So it turns out Skolnick did all of this for a C+. And promptly double-crosses the professor. Damn, these guys suck. He kind of tries to blackmail him for some of his expensive artifacts or something.
I believe I have you over a very large barrel here. And I bet that some of that stuff you have hoarded away downstairs is worth a small fortune.
When I say this episode scared me as a kid, I mean it, man. This thing has been in my psyche since 1993. This little tool here, oof.
Did you see me pour both drinks from the same decanter? No, of course not. How could you? You weren't paying attention as usual.
Oof. You know, Skolnick really should have paid attention in class. Maybe then he wouldn't have one of the most gruesome Tales from the Crypt on-screen deaths. Professor Finley seems to be getting away with literal murder here. However...
Stella, you're alive.
Yowza, that's one hell of a reveal. Shit.
He does.
I don't believe this. This is impossible.
I'm the perfect student. I listen in class. I take excellent notes.
What?
I listen in class to your stupid, boring lectures. I write down every word you say, so I figured it out.
Oh, ouch. Gets me every time. And after all that, after becoming a literal queen of the undead, Stella basically dooms herself with a class project, and I'm guessing gets shipped off to prison or something.
Is there something wrong?
I'm afraid so. It's about your class project.
Did I get a good grade?
Let's go, Stella. We'll talk about it downtown.
And in the outro, well, the guy that was, literally being crammed with info, he's just gone, whatever. But the keeper is hitting them books, and we get some college-worthy puns. So, director Jeffrey Boehm, who of course wrote the screenplay for Lost Boys, he does a great job here, man. Standout stuff. And for being a Tales from the Crypt episode, the dialogue isn't as hokey here as it could be, and that's saying a lot. The guy who plays the mummy, Ivan E. Roth, well, he really brings it, and it's no surprise as he's played multiple zombie and creature roles in some heavy hitters. I mean, a lot of them. And I remember this episode scaring the crap out of me. I keep saying that, but seriously, I remember just staying up nights thinking there was a mummy walking around, Overall, it's a well-paced, memorable episode that doesn't rely too much on bad taste or, mean-spirited, poorly dated dialogue, which is something I always applaud when done well in Tales. Plus, it's pretty cool to see the writer of The Lost Boys take on mummies. What other episode should I check out? If these reviews do well, I may keep them going after Stanchoween is over. In the meantime, join in on all the fun. I'll link one of my most recent videos here where we talk about one of my all-time favorite 90s black comedies, Stay Tuned. Damn, I did 2 Jeffrey Jones videos in a row? Shit. I also linked the Stanchoween playlist, which features all the videos from years past. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, why don't you? See you soon, guys. It's Stanchoween. Bye.